On today's show, Nissan puts snow tracks on an Altima, Hyundai updates the IONIQ, and why the 5-liter V8 powering the Mustang is one of the best engines you can buy. All that and more coming right up on Autoline Daily. This is Autoline Daily, the voice of the global automotive industry. In an effort to cut costs and save cash, Tesla announced it's cutting 7% of its workforce. This is the second job cut in the last 7 months for the company. Tesla is still trying to stabilize Model 3 production while making the company profitable in the long term. Tesla CEO Elon Musk said the company also expects its fourth quarter profit to be lower than the previous quarter. He said thanks to shipments of higher-priced variants of the Model 3 and with some luck, the company should post a, quote, tiny profit. But it's not the only company making cuts. Nissan announced it's laying off 700 contract workers at its Canton, Mississippi plant due to slow sales of its commercial vans and the Titan pickup. Production of its NV vans will be reduced to 1 shift from 2, and the Titan and Frontier will have shifts cut from 3 to 2. According to Bloomberg, Nissan sold more than 165,000 Titan, Frontier, and NV vans in the U.S. last year. And even though it exports those vehicles to other countries, the total is well short of the plant's capacity to build 450,000 vehicles annually. Still to come, Ford creates a camper version of the Transit van.
Autoline Daily is brought to you by Bridgestone Tires, your journey, our passion. Dow Automotive Systems, advanced materials that deliver better results. And by ExxonMobil.
Hey, be sure to check out our coverage of the Detroit Auto Show, brought to you by Continental Structural Plastics. Just look for those videos in the Autoline on the Road section of our website or on our YouTube channel. Hyundai is giving the IONIQ hybrid and plug-in models a slight refresh. The exterior remains mostly unchanged, but you will notice a new grille design pattern, as well as new lighting designs in the head and taillight assemblies. The interior sees a new, optional 10.25-inch display screen with voice recognition software and over-the-air updates. It's also equipped with Green Zone Drive Mode, which automatically switches the vehicle's driving module in designated areas to use more energy from the electric motor rather than from the engine. The new IONIQ hybrid models will first be introduced in Europe in the second half of the year. Commercial vans can seemingly be outfitted in an unlimited number of ways. And here's the latest from Ford and Nissan. The Ford Transit Custom Nugget is a camper van that will now be available right from Ford's European dealers. It comes with either a pop-up or fixed roof and in a standard or long wheelbase version, which provides even more storage and a built-in toilet. Other creature comforts include 2 fold-out beds, a kitchenette, and an outdoor shower. With new motorhome sales topping 100,000 units for the first time in Europe in 2017, we can see why Ford would want to offer a van like this. As for Nissan, the NV300 concept van showcases how the cargo area could be converted into the ultimate woodworker's space. Most interesting to us is this portable power pack that's made from Second Life Nissan Leaf batteries. With a capacity of 700 watt-hours, it would be able to power a number of tools or devices. And speaking of Nissan, it's converting another one of its vehicles to drive on a track system, but it may not be what you're expecting. This time, they're using a Nissan Altima and doing it as a way to promote its all-wheel drive system. I know some of you will scoff at this, but come on, embrace the ridiculousness of it. Have some fun. It's Friday. Think of how sweet it would be to rip through the snow in this thing. I know I am. Whoa, whoa. We'll be back with more right after this. Every year, the staff at Ward's Auto chooses the 10 best engines you can buy. Making a return from last year's list is the 5-liter V8 in the Ford Mustang. This year, they got to test it in the Bullet and were blown away by how much fun it is to drive. In the following clip, several editors from Ward's explain why it made the cut.
There's still life in the piston engine.
Oh, is there ever? And let's enjoy it while it lasts, right? And we tested it both in the Mustang GT, but also in the Bullet. And you only add 20 horsepower, but when you get these engineers working on all the right calibration,
20 horsepower versus
the
460
GT.
horsepower in the GT
Yeah.
to 480 in the Bullet.
In the Bullet.
Better breathing, new intake manifold
Yeah.
from the GT 350, actually.
Right, it borrows from the Shelby GT350, and I mean the tuning is perfect to get everything you can out of that 5-liter V8.
And that was the only return winner.
Yeah.
From
And it
last
had a 6-speed manual.
Yes, with a cue ball shifter.
or the 10-speed automatic as we tested it in the GT, and I loved them both.
There's a lot of other performance V8s out there. What was it about this one that it made the top 10 list?
Boy.
Fuel efficiency, compared to, say, the 717 horsepower Hellcat that we tested, in the Challenger SRT, we did see better fuel efficiency in the Bullet. It is a seat of pants opinion, right? There's certain aspects that you really appreciate.
It's
In the
beautiful
Mustang and
from
the Bullet.
minute one.
Yeah.
You push that ignition button and the big smile comes across your face. The exhaust burble fills the garage or the neighborhood, and it stays that way until you turn it off.
And it loves to rev, other than some of the pushrod engines that it would compete with. It revs more freely. It's.
Yeah.
We always say, does the engine sell the vehicle? And boy, that engine sells the vehicle.
And to learn about the other 9 engines and propulsion systems that made that list, you can watch that entire discussion right now on our website, Autoline.tv, or just look for it on our YouTube channel. And after you watch that, check out our latest Autoline Spotlight from Ward's Auto and Ally, which looks at whether dealers can sell financing and insurance without a dedicated F&I person. That discussion is available to watch right now. But that wraps up today's show. Thanks for watching. Have a great weekend.
Ward's is the industry leader for news, data, and analysis. That's why companies across the globe subscribe to our premium service, maybe even your own. Log in for subscriber access now. Check your company's intranet for details and rely on wardsauto.com to keep you informed.